Up next, Ricky Skaggs, Loretta Lynn, Willie, and Mickey Gilley as Country Memories continues.
We will return to Country Memories with Willie Nelson in approximately 2 minutes. This is Mississippi ETV. If you would like your name added to our mailing list to receive ETV's free monthly program guide, just write to Program Guide, ETV, P.O. Box 1101, Jackson, Mississippi, 39215-1101. Please include your occupation and the county in which you live.
Follow the tundra wolf through the Canadian Arctic as Robert Redford narrates this story of survival.
The wolf's charge panics the caribou. One of them might lose its footing, or the wolf might. The chances are even, 50-50, life and death. He waits for the caribou to cross in front of him as they must. One falls. Weakness. He tears at the hind leg. Now there is a scent.
See this 1-hour special tomorrow evening at 6.
The last atomic bomb to be used, August 1945. Today, the United States and the Soviet Union have about 50,000 atomic bombs. These weapons are ready to be delivered at a moment's notice. Strategy used to be the planning that was designed to win a war. Professor Michael Nacht.
Do you need to be able to fight effectively a nuclear war in order to deter it? Or if you begin to develop that capability, does it increase the likelihood of actually fighting a nuclear war? This is sort of the conundrum that policymakers are in.
What role does negotiation play in nuclear strategy? How does the public fit in? And where is the new generation of weapons taking us? What is the goal of strategy in the nuclear age? Nuclear Strategy for Beginners, next time on Nova.
Nova comes your way Tuesday night at 8.
For a health experience like you've never had before. Guarantee you that for sure.
Body Watch premieres later this afternoon at 2.
Jimmy.
They need the wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. The world is wahoo for ages. Some like the wahoo soft and low, others like to let it go. Why do the Methodists sit around? The Unitarians too. They need the wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
Hello, this is Garrison Keeler. Our old radio show, A Prairie Home Companion, is rehearsing for its television debut, coming up on this PBS station. We got plenty of time to get ready. It'll be fun. We'd like you to join us.
2-hour Prairie Home Companion television special, Saturday night at 8.
I'm just like a prairie flower, growing wilder every hour. Give me a moon, prairie moon, give me a gal that's true, and let me wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
You are watching Mississippi ETV. Permission. This is Mississippi ETV. This is Mississippi ETV.
She's beautiful, alluring, and rich. She is also set upon capturing the lover she lost when she was young and poor. Thus begins Ruth Page's ballet, The Merry Widow. But that's only the beginning. Patricia McBride, Peter Martins, Rebecca Wright, and George de la Peña star in this Channel 11 production. Don't miss it.
Join us for The Merry Widow tomorrow night at 10.
Celebrate an English Christmas with a festival of 9 lessons and carols. Since the 15th century, the King's College Choir has proclaimed the seasons with their choral music. This year, for the first time, public television takes you to Cambridge, England, for this joyous celebration of Christmas readings and carols. Join the King's College Choir for the performance that has become a cherished tradition throughout the world. Watch A Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols.
Join us for a festival of 9 lessons and carols tomorrow night at 9.
Peace Corps? What in the world's the Peace Corps doing?
The Peace Corps. It's creating food systems in Africa, building homes in Costa Rica, and turning deserts back into forests. It's fighting malaria. It's making a friend. It's working side by side. It's teaching math and learning French. It's teaching the deaf to sing. It's hands-on and hats off. 25 years of Peace Corps know-how and 2 years of experience that will last a lifetime. The Peace Corps. It's the one chance you have to stop dreaming about a better world and start doing something about it.
Wow. Hey, here's to Townsend.
Peace Corps. The toughest job you'll ever love.
We'll return to Rodgers and Hammerstein, the sound of American music, after a 2-minute interview.
Brooklyn Academy of Music, Beverly Sills hosts the 6th Annual Gala of Stars.
And what an array of stars we have for you. They will be singing arias and dancing ballets and chamber music, and there'll be a TV premiere of a piece that I guarantee you'll be hearing a lot about.
Don't miss Merrill Ashley and Sean Lavery, Kathleen Battle, Grace Bumbry, Catherine Szynski, Simon Estes, Lucas Foss, Lynn Harrell, Kiri Takanawa, Cleo Lane and John Dankworth, Marvis Martin, Robert Merrill, Florence Cuivar, Leonard Panario, Mariana Cherkowski, and Danilo Radojevic, and excerpts from the Andrew Lloyd Webber Requiem with Placido Domingo, Sarah Brightman, Jason Schaff, and the St. Thomas Choir. Beverly Sills hosts and James Levine conducts the American Symphony Orchestra in a gala night of entertainment, the Gala of Stars 1985.
Join us for this spectacular Gala of Stars, Sunday night at 7.
Next on Frontline. In a small town in Iowa, 3rd graders learn the hard lessons of discrimination.
Blue-eyed people are smarter than brown-eyed people. They are cleaner than brown-eyed people. They are more civilized than brown-eyed people.
I introduced an eye color exercise in my classroom and split the class according to eye color, and immediately created a microcosm of society in a 3rd grade classroom.
I felt like I was a king, like I ruled them brown eyes, like I was better than them. Happy.
Almost 20 years later, these children hold a reunion. What lessons did they learn?
Should every child have the exercise, or should every teacher?
Everybody.
Watch A Class Divided on Frontline.
Be sure to watch Frontline Tuesday night at 9.
All because of the man that got away.
Judy Garland was the greatest singer of the century.
Chicago, Chicago.
She was the best live, vaudeville stage performer.
Hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. I'm coming home again.
Judy Garland, Entertainment Magic.
We're a couple of swells. We stop at the best hotel, but we prefer the country far away from the city.
Join her colleagues, friends, and family with host Lorna Luft and rejoice in Judy's special artistry. Judy Garland, The Concert Years, when all the songs were great performances.
Join us for this special featuring Judy Garland, Friday night at 9.
Sing that song again for me.
From the Brooklyn Academy of Music, Beverly Sills hosts the 6th Annual Gala of Stars.
And what an array of stars we have for you. They will be singing arias and dancing ballets and chamber music, and there'll be a TV premiere of a piece that I guarantee you'll be hearing a lot about.
Don't miss Merrill Ashley and Sean Lavery, Kathleen Battle, Grace Bumbry, Catherine Szynski, Simon Estes, Lucas Foss, Lynn Harrell, Kiri Takanawa, Cleo Lane and John Dankworth, Marvis Martin, Robert Merrill, Florence Cuivar, Leonard Panario, Mariana Tchaikovsky, and Danilo Radojevic, and excerpts from the Andrew Lloyd Webber Requiem with Placido Domingo, Sarah Brightman, Jason Schaff, and the St. Thomas Choir. Beverly Sills hosts and James Levine conducts the American Symphony Orchestra in a gala night of entertainment, the Gala of Stars 1985.
See the Gala of Stars 1985, Sunday night at 7.
And Hammerstein, the sound of American music, was made possible in part with funds provided by this television station, which depends largely on viewer contributions. Please join with your support.
Our free ETV program guide can make your public television viewing more rewarding. To have your name added to our mailing list, just write to Program Guide, ETV, P.O. Box 1101, Jackson, Mississippi, 39215-1101. Again, write to Program Guide, ETV. This is Mississippi ETV. This is Mississippi Educational Television. Stay tuned next for Splendors of the German Baroque, a concert taped at the 1985 Carmel Bach Festival. You are watching Mississippi Educational Television. Watching Mississippi Educational Television. This is Mississippi ETV. Stay tuned for a heartwarming drama about the true spirit of Christmas, Carol of the Violin. You are watching Mississippi Educational Television.
Lakes, we've made mistakes, and now we're trying to do a sort of a catch-up game in an environmental sense. The Arctic presents our last great chance to do things right the first time. That's a challenge to us, and it's a challenge that's going to be interesting to see if we can meet.
The final challenge to the kingdom of the ice bear, next time on Nature.
Nature, Sunday night at 7. This is Mississippi Educational Television. The Box of Delights will return after a brief intermission. You are watching Mississippi Educational Television. Monday night at 9. This is Mississippi Educational Television. Wishing you and yours a happy 4th of July. You are watching Mississippi Educational Television. This is Mississippi ETV. We will return to Glenn Miller, A Moonlight Serenade, after this intermission. You're watching Mississippi ETV. This is Mississippi ETV. Watch Kennedy versus Wallace Tuesday night at 9.
This is Mississippi Educational Television.
Presentation of Farm Week is made possible in part by Mississippi Chemical Corporation, a southern agribusiness encouraging environmental responsibility and producing fertilizers for farmers across the world for more than 40 years.
You're tuned to the Mississippi Educational Television Network. Corporate funding for base...
Yes, I can see by the early light the peril of the night is gone, and far across the distant range I see the road to...
There are probably as many ways of looking at America as there are people who live here. And while someone else's views might seem too rational, or too emotional, or too spiritual, all are personal. All are different. And all are part of the mosaic of American life, which is ours to put together, piece by piece, day by day.
Yet shining over our land and home.
And now, some events from around Mississippi. Come to the Lauren Rogers Museum Heritage Festival in Laurel, Saturday, October 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For information, call Kimberly Thompson at 1-601-649-6374. There'll be a quilt show in downtown Enid, Mississippi, Friday and Saturday, October 14th and 15th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, October 16th from 1 to 5 p.m. Dial 1-601-647-3448. Come to the 4th Annual Beulah Hubbard Day in Little Rock, Mississippi, Saturday, October 8th. There'll be singing, class reunions, and delicious barbecue chicken. The Mississippi Symphony Orchestra Connoisseur Series will feature Adrian Walker, violinist, in the Academic Complex Recital Hall, Millsaps College in Jackson, Tuesday, September 27th at 8 p.m. Dial toll-free. You're watching Mississippi Educational Television. This is the Mississippi Educational Television Network.
I'm Ed Van Cleef, Director of Television here at Mississippi ETV, along with my co-hosts this evening, Bill Farr, Teresa Pace, and William Fulton. We've been here with you this evening for this great evening of entertainment, this terrific program, Les Mis. It's quiet now, it's getting late, and we appreciate you staying with us. We know you're still enjoying this terrific program from Royal Albert Hall. We appreciate you staying with us, and we want you to know there's still time for you to become a member. We'd still like you to phone in your pledge and join us and show your support for public television here in Mississippi. Call the number on your screen, 1-800-390-4388, and become a member of Mississippi ETV.
Farm Week, only on ETV. Mississippi Business Today, only on ETV.
It's a strange mix indeed at Niagara Falls.
You're watching Mississippi ETV.
It is the Gibraltar of America, the touchstone of the American will to not only survive, but to thrive.
Witness the dramatic history of the United States Military Academy and its impact on the nation. West Point.
Wednesday at 9, right after American Family on ETV.
Want to give a special gift to that special someone in your life? Why not give a subscription to Mississippi Outdoors, the magazine? And now it's easier than ever. Here's how. Just call toll-free 1-888-874-5785 between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. One of our friendly operators is standing by to take your order. And if you and your family don't receive Mississippi Outdoors, why not order a subscription for yourself? When you order, we'll send a gift card to your special someone to let them know they'll soon be receiving Mississippi Outdoors, the magazine. Call 1-888-874-5785 between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to place your gift subscription to Mississippi Outdoors.
PBS. If you would like information about video cassettes of the National Geographic specials, please call this toll-free number, 1-800-221-5200.
For 25 years, one man dominated the lives of a quarter of the world's people.
Nobody had the courage to oppose Mao Zedong. He stood high and looked far.
Old customs were swept away. New factions emerged and fought. China's revolution seemed to go on and on. The Mao Years, a documentary special.
Next, here on ETV.
Yes, I can see by the early light the peril of the night is gone, and far across the distant range I see the road to...
There are probably as many ways of looking at America as there are people who live here. And while someone else's views might seem too rational, or too emotional, or too spiritual, all are personal. All are different. And all are part of the mosaic of American life, which is ours to put together, piece by piece, day by day.
Yet shining over our land and home.
This is the Mississippi Educational Network.
Here's a preview of what's coming up on Mississippi ETV tonight. At 7:30, Southern Expressions brings you recipes for better health and much more. At 8, ETV's Quorum invites you to discuss your concerns with state legislators. And at 9, Inside the FBI looks at the crackdown on organized crime and at what the future may hold for the Bureau. Stay tuned. It's all here on ETV tonight.
Hi, I'm Harold Briscoe, and on the next Mississippi Business Today, we'll take you to Golden Pond Emu Ranch to see how these birds of a feather are being touted as one of the hottest business opportunities of the 90s. We'll look at Holly Springs-based Candles by Audrey and see how they're lighting up their bottom line. And we'll take you to a Canton Art Symposium where craftsmen share information on how to build a successful art business. These stories and more on the next Mississippi Business Today.
Daughter of the first black research chemist in the tire industry, Rita Dove is the youngest and first African-American poet laureate of the United States. In 1987, she received a Pulitzer Prize for her collection of poems, Thomas and Beulah. This is Malcolm Jamal Warner celebrating the African-American contribution.
The weather is made possible by the Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance Companies, providing auto, home, and life insurance as a service of the Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation.
Good evening. Dave Bumper here in the ETV Weather Center. Well, nice and quiet all around the state of Mississippi on the radar summary. Cloud cover shot looking fairly quiet, too, but there is some more wet weather generating here over South Texas. A little more moisture in the works with the upper level wind flow carrying some moisture from Mexico across Texas into the western Gulf. And we'll begin to see the little frontal boundary that pushed through as a cold front lift back northeastward as a warm front. So we'll keep our eye on this little system here, spreading some scattered shower activity into portions of Mississippi through the daytime hours tomorrow. Tonight, though, cold and clear with high pressure over the state, but by tomorrow, that high pressure center works eastward, and moisture will be filling in. Scattered showers, maybe some sleet, freezing rain, or some snowflakes in the north, but not much expected. Temperatures are expected to get a little bit warmer across the state of Mississippi tomorrow, so any frozen precipitation should change over into rain tomorrow afternoon. Tonight, fair and cold, some middle teens in the north and northeast, 20s near 30 at the coast. For tomorrow, we'll see a little bit of a frozen mixture in the north, but most of Mississippi will be looking at rainfall. High temperatures statewide ranging from the mid-40s to mid-50s, so not cold enough for any major winter weather events. Dave Bumper, ETV Weather.
Experience the excellence of Mississippi Educational Television. You're tuned to Mississippi Educational Television.
Call 1-800-825-7056 now to become a member. Your tax-deductible gift to public broadcasting will begin your annual membership, and you'll also receive 12 issues of the ETV program guide. Your support will make a difference in the lives of adults and children all across Mississippi. Call 1-800-825-7056 now to support the educational services and programs you believe in on ETV.
Next time on Nova. During a vacation, hikers in the Italian Alps made an incredible discovery. 5,000 years before, another hiker had walked this same path.
I think it's one of the most significant finds that have been made recently.
Can scientists learn more about life in the Stone Age? What clothes they wore, what tools they used? Will these ancient remains yield the secrets of the Iceman? That's next time on Nova.
Well, I think the technology that they've developed for visually impaired people will have as great of an impact on them as closed captioning did for breaking the barriers for hearing impaired people. I think it's a great idea. It provides accessibility to people who are unable to see but would like to know what's happening on the television screen in the same way that deaf people who have closed captioning can understand what is being said. I think the eyes and the ears in this fashion are the same. And thanks to PBS.
All I ever wanted was to get married and live happily ever after.
Next time on Masterpiece Theater, a special presentation of 2 monologues.
I'm going to do it because I love you. I want you to know that the person standing next to you loves you.
We ran into a bit of Mother's past. I said to her, I didn't know you had a past. I thought I was your past.
2 monologues on Masterpiece Theater.
Sunday night at 9.
Our journey into space has led us back to planet Earth. With space technology, we now explore our planetary home to better understand our influence on this vast global system. With new perspectives, we begin to chart a hopeful course for the future. Mission to Planet Earth, the next episode of Space Age.
Monday at 8 on ETV.
This is the Mississippi Educational Network.
This program is brought to you in part by the Foundation for Public Broadcasting in Mississippi and viewers like you. Thank you. To support MPB, log on to mpbonline.org and click on Support MPB.
Antiques Roadshow is in San Antonio, Texas.
Geronimo did make things, maybe 1 or 2. He didn't make this.
Finn Juhl is often considered to be the best Danish designer of all time.
He was like the Picasso of gunworking. To a cult guy, that sends chills up your arm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Tune in for these appraisals and much more next time on Antiques Roadshow.
Monday at 7 on MPB.
Next time on Frontline.
They went into houses and killed women and children.
Was it a war crime or self-defense?
The platoon commander told them to clear the houses.
clear means to eliminate the threat. How can a child in pajamas be considered a threat?
The inside story of what happened at Haditha.
We know the Iraqi people aren't the enemy, but our enemy hides among them.
Rules of engagement. Watch Frontline.
Tuesday at 8 on Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
Coming to your PBS station. Relive it all over again. My music, the 60s.
March 3rd at 9 p.m. on MPB.
The Mississippi High School Activities Association is a nonprofit, non-discriminatory association owned and operated by the public and private secondary schools of Mississippi. While high school and junior high sports comprise a major portion of the activities coordinated by the MHSAA, academic competitions and the performing arts are an important part of the association's responsibilities. MHSAA, striving to make a difference in young people's lives.
Okay, we'll run the recording.
You're watching Mississippi ETV. Have great adventures every day. Keep watching ETV.
Clifford is doing?
You're watching ETV, where learning is fun.
Most important. Yeah, back to our fan brush.
Next, brush up on your painting techniques. Shiwi Art Workshop, only on ETV.
Hi, I'm Karen Jones.
And I'm Melvin Tingle. And I'm Patrick Smith.
Thanks for joining us in an all-new season of Adventure Outdoors. Coming up next time on Mississippi Outdoors.
Which makes life challenging and fun, with parties to partake and meals to make and rules to break. So come and be our guest by watching Manor House on PBS.
Manor House, 3 splendid nights beginning Monday, April 28th, only on PBS.
You're watching Mississippi ETV. You're watching Mississippi.
The river port without a river is fairly useless. But the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers got involved and helped develop a plan that would divert water from the Yazoo River into the old Mississippi River channel at Vicksburg. It took them 25 years to do it, but by 1903, Vicksburg was once again a river port city.
You're watching Mississippi ETV. Sunday at 11:30, right after Mystery on ETV. And now some events from around Mississippi. The Vicksburg Theater Guild presents Gold in the Hills, the world's longest-running melodrama, as listed in Guinness Book of World Records. Gold in the Hills is a 3-act melodrama set in the 1890s. So come and cheer the hero and heroine and boo and throw peanuts at the villain. Also enjoy the singing and can-can dancers. It will be presented at Parkside Playhouse, 101 Iowa Avenue in Vicksburg, Mississippi. March 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th, and 31st, and April 1st, 7th, 8th, 14th, and 15th. If you would like to have further information, here's all you need to do. Dial 1, area code 601-636-0471. Come to the 6th Annual Gospel Singing Jubilee to be held at South Fork Entertainment Center next to South Fork Fish House off Highway 49 South in McGee, Mississippi. Saturday, March 4th at 6:30 p.m. The Singing Christians Choir of the First United Methodist Church, Moscow, Russia, will give a full concert at their partner church, Broad Meadow United Methodist Church, located off Northside Drive, 5 blocks west of I-55 on Broadmeadow Street, Jackson, Mississippi. Sunday, February 27th at 3 p.m. They'll sing Christian and secular music, including Russian folk songs. If you would like to send in your event, mail it to Mississippi Events, Mississippi Educational Television, 3825 Ridgewood Road, Jackson, Mississippi, zip code 39211. Celebrating 30 years of locally supported quality television. We're Mississippi ETV.
Reading Rainbow is...
In performance at the White House, Wednesday at 7 on ETV.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Remarkable document. Didn't apply to black folks.
Slavery is not just a Southern institution. It's an American institution.
There has to be a solution to this contradiction of slavery in a land of liberty and freedom.
Africans in America, America's journey through slavery.
Friday at 9, right after McLaughlin Group on ETV. This is Mississippi ETV.
And when bebop was born, music would never be the same. I'll Make Me a World.
Thanks for your support. I'll Make Me a World is next on ETV. This is Mississippi ETV.
This weathercast is made possible by the Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance Companies, providing auto, home, and life insurance as a service of Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation.
I'm meteorologist Phil Lonick in the ETV Weather Center. Well, some thunderstorm activity popping up throughout the evening hours, continuous actually throughout the Gulf Coast region, but we do have some thunderstorms popping up down across the southwestern corner and should be pushing on towards the northeast as we do have a cold front that's going to push on through the center of that low pressure system, centered right across the northwestern parts of Illinois. As you can see the wrap in the clouds there. Here's the forecast map. That cold front pushes on through rather quickly. We'll keep maybe a few isolated showers in the forecast across the southern part of the state, but for the rest of the part of the state, looks pretty nice. High pressure basically come in control, but unfortunately, some rain building back into the forecast. We're going to watch this stationary front back here and the cold front mixing in with that warm air that as it pushes eastward, we're going to bring that rain back into the forecast later in the week. Thunderstorms possible across the central and southern part of the state. The best chance, once again, across the southern part of the state, 39 Oxford, 41 Greenville, Jackson, and Meridian, right around 43 degrees. For tomorrow, we'll look for a slight chance of showers along the coast. Otherwise, partly to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the 60s.
This is Mississippi ETV.
They've come from all over to the world's biggest competition.
Who's your favorite couple out there?
For a chance to be America's best.
Who won America's Best Challenge tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
24 couples, one winner. America's Ballroom Challenge, only on PBS.
Monday at 8 on MPB.
Travel with us to the Agriculture and Forestry Museum on Mississippi roads this week. Alternative fuels for automobiles are being developed right here in Mississippi. We browse some of the state's most respected independent bookstores. And time stands still at Siples Mill.
Mississippi Roads, Thursday at 7 p.m. on MPB.
Congratulations, Patrick Willis, linebacker from Ole Miss, the winner of the 2006 Cellular South Connolly Trophy. Mississippi Public Broadcasting captured the excitement of the presentation live from the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum and aired the event to viewers across the state. Also, congratulations to finalists Scott Eister of Delta State and Damian Fletcher of Southern Mississippi for their outstanding collegiate seasons. Cellular South and the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving, protecting, and promoting excellence in sports in Mississippi.
Sweet dreams are growing on PBS Kids Sprout, a new 24-hour preschool channel.
Good night, Cubs.
Good night, Mama.
PBS Kids Sprout, sweet dreams are growing every day and every good night. Proud to support and partner with this PBS station.
Normally, I don't recommend eavesdropping, but feel free to join in on my conversations. Our guest this week is the director of the Mississippi Community College Board, Andrea Mayfield.
You can drive 30 minutes in any direction and be at a community college campus. And the other cool thing about community colleges is that, you know, there's no requirement for entrance other than a high school diploma or high school equivalency.
Sundays at 5:30 and Thursdays at 10 on MPB.
It's America's annual tradition to honor and remember all those who have served and sacrificed.
We remember to never forget.
The National Memorial Day Concert.
Join me, Joe Mantegna.
And me, Gary Sinise.
With Allison Janney, General Colin Powell, Charles Heston, Leona Lewis, Brian T., Cynthia Erivo, Megan Hilty, and Alfie Bowe. The National Memorial Day Concert.
Sunday at 7 on Mississippi Public Broadcasting.
MPB.
Donating your change to MPB just got better. Visit mpbonline.org/support. Change donors are now change sustainers with instant benefits like passport streaming video and home delivery of our fine-tuning program. If you'd like to give a set amount every day, now you can. Donations are charged directly to your card, which means you can earn points and a tax deduction. Visit mpbonline.org/support and become an MPB change sustainer today.
Hanging on to a vehicle you can't drive feels like a dream where you try to run but can't. Rather than hit the snooze for another year, why not donate your car, truck, or other vehicle to MPB and wake up to great television and radio? Call 877-MPB-4CAR or go to mpbonline.org/support and click on Donate a Vehicle to support the programs you count on morning and evening. Now that's a good dream.
growing.
Hi, I'm Walt Grayson. Welcome to Mississippi Roads. We're at the Brandon Amphitheater this week at the Blue Front Cafe in downtown Bentonia. We're in Brent Strug's in the Fondren area of Jackson, on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg. We're in Macomb at the Macomb Railroad Museum. I'll be seeing you on Mississippi Roads.
Right now, MPBOnline.org is your resource to stay up to date on news about COVID-19. The coronavirus is a worldwide pandemic, and MPB is here to let you know how that affects Mississippi. MPBOnline.org has an entire section dedicated to the coronavirus with the links and updates from the Center for Disease Control and the Mississippi Department of Health. Visit our website right now, MPBOnline.org, to find out what you need to know.
Poverty is the worst form of violence that you can inflict on people. Food insecurity is one of those many, many ways.
Food insecurity and hunger in Jackson did not happen by accident.
Sometimes you're just left to feel like you don't have any choices, sort of like the choices are being made for you.
It's not just about putting seeds in the soil, it's about putting seeds in the minds. It's about the whole system.
Coming in June on MPB.
MPB News keeps you informed every day by providing 11 newscasts dedicated to our state's news. Tune in to MPB Think Radio or log on to mpbonline.org. MPB, Mississippi is our mission.
You know, we really enjoy bringing you Mississippi Roads every week, and we really appreciate you watching. And tell you what else we appreciate, too, is those of you who contribute generously to Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Because when you do, you not only keep shows like Mississippi Roads on the air, but all the other productions MPB does. Please go to our website, mpbonline.org, and click Donate Now in the top right corner. Thank you for helping us serve our state. Because like we say, Mississippi is our mission.
The coronavirus is here.
It's in our community now.
It can spread from person to person and make anyone sick, regardless of age, race, or ethnicity.
You are the key to stopping the spread of the coronavirus.
We can protect ourselves and our community. Here's how.
Stay home.
Stay home. Stay home.
If you don't need to be out, don't be. But if you have to go out,
wash your hands.
A lot.
Protect yourself by washing your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds.
Practice social distancing.
Practice social distancing.
Stay connected by using video chat or a simple phone call.
Stay 6 feet away from others.
And please, don't hang out in groups.
And when in public, please wear a mask.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Exercise regularly. Eat healthy and get plenty of sleep. If you suspect that you're sick, stay home and get in contact with your doctor.
And remember, we will get through this together.
This year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
With women's right to vote on the horizon, Carrie Chapman Catt, the national leader of women's suffrage, wanted to ensure that the movement's tremendous woman power would not be lost. In February 1920, she and other suffrage leaders helped create the League of Women Voters as a nonpartisan organization to educate voters, clean up politics, and help the needy. That same spring, the Mississippi League of Women Voters was formed under the leadership of former suffragist Janie Saunders. Despite the state league's important political and social work, it was limited by its enforcement of segregation and voter restrictions that hurt African Americans. The Mississippi League finally integrated during the Civil Rights Movement, and today is a vibrant interracial organization dedicated to supporting all voters.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council. This year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
In 1890, the Mississippi chapter of the National American Woman Suffrage Association attracted the attention of the nation and affected the course of the movement when delegates to the Constitutional Convention considered giving the vote to women. The proposal died in committee by one vote. Nellie Nugent Somerville of Greenville was president of the Mississippi organization. When Congress sent the 19th Amendment to the states for ratification in June of 1919, it had been ratified by 22 states. The final indication of Mississippi's negative response to the amendment was that the state did not allow women to vote in the November 1920 election. When the 19th Amendment granting women the right to vote was ratified in August of 1920, the Mississippi Woman Suffrage Association reorganized itself as the League of Women Voters of Mississippi.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council. This year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
After passage of the 19th Amendment in 1920, it would take another 40 years for Black women to rightfully claim any victory. White supremacy robbed them of the right to vote, but they still created a vibrant, active political culture. After the Civil War, Black women fought for women's suffrage, even as they supported Black men and passage of the 15th Amendment. Black women attended political rallies, campaigned and raised money for candidates, monitored polling places, and counted ballots. They participated actively in political clubs, first in loyal leagues and later in Republican clubs. Despite being shunned by white suffragists, Black women fought to maintain their place in public political discourse for more than 100 years, from the end of the Civil War to passage of the Voting Rights Act in 1965.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council. Here we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
Before women won the right to vote, they exercised their political power in another great social cause, the temperance movement. Leading this national movement was the Women's Christian Temperance Union, whose leaders in Mississippi included Carrie Bell Curdy of Flora and Nellie Nugent Somerville of Greenville. The Women's Christian Temperance Union campaigned for the prohibition of alcohol, and in doing so, they prepared women for a more vocal role in government. In 1908, a full decade before the Federal Prohibition Amendment, statewide prohibition was passed in Mississippi. Kearney and Somerville continued their fight for voting rights, which women finally won in 1920. In 1923, both Kearney and Somerville were elected to the Mississippi legislature.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council. This year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
In Mississippi, the issue of states' rights presented a major roadblock to women's suffrage. Following the Civil War, Mississippi was forced to recognize the 14th and 15th Amendments, granting Black citizenship, legal equality, and male suffrage as a condition for readmission to the Union. However, Mississippi reasserted its claims of state sovereignty by passing the Mississippi Constitution of 1890, which denied suffrage and other freedoms to Black citizens. In 1919, Mississippi politicians feared that ratification of the 19th Amendment would bring federal enforcement of the 14th and 15th Amendments. By rejecting suffrage for women, Mississippi sought to use state sovereignty as a means of continuing its control over both race and gender within its own borders.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council. This year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
The Mississippi Industrial Institute and College, now the Mississippi University for Women, played an active role in the state's suffrage movement. Even though the founding mothers of the college and its early administration pushed back against the idea that they were creating an institution that would produce women interested in men's activities, like politics. They did just that. Pauline Vandegraff Orr served as president of both the Mississippi Women's Suffrage Association and the Mississippi Women's Christian Temperance Union, and professors like Emma Odie Pohl and Mary Calloway funneled students into the movement as well. Those students would go on to advocate for franchise as activists, writers, and speakers.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council. This year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
100 years ago, women fought for and won the right to vote with the ratification of the 19th Amendment. But there are still challenges to exercising this right, and women are still fighting to overcome those challenges. Voter education, voter registration, access to polling places, eligibility to vote absentee, these are just a few of the challenges that women and really all voters still face. We have made enormous progress over the past 100 years, but there is still far to go. We must protect our precious right to vote, never taking it for granted. And every opportunity we get, we must exercise that right by going to the polls and voting.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council.
For gavel-to-gavel coverage of the 2021 Mississippi legislative session, watch At Issue from MPB News. I'm Wilson Stribling. Join me and our political analysts, Republican Austin Barber and Democrat Brandon Jones, as we discuss and debate the issues facing Mississippians and how they impact your state. Tune in Friday nights at 7:30 on MPB TV or listen to the podcast on mpbonline.org/issue.
The Black church has been the root of the most celebrated aspects of Black culture.
Gospel music is about the majesty of Jesus.
It sets the tone for how you will feel when the word comes forth.
It's such a distinct flavor of music.
It's something about those songs that brings joy.
The Black Church.
Coming in February on MPB. No cable? No dish? No antenna? No TV? No problem. You can now catch every minute of Mississippi Public Broadcasting Television live streamed to your computer, mobile device, or smart TV. Just go to mpbonline.org and click on Watch TV Live. You'll see all our great programs via the internet at exactly the same time they're airing on MPB TV. Go to mpbonline.org for MPB TV live streaming.
Remembering the Freedom Rides.
The Freedom Riders traveled through Virginia and North Carolina with little incident. In Rock Hill, South Carolina, a group of young white men was waiting. They viciously beat John Lewis, the first rider to step off the bus, and then they disappeared. Later in Atlanta, Freedom Ride leaders ate dinner with the Reverend Martin Luther King and his associates. King warned, they'll never make it through Alabama.
Time is causing vaccinated people to panic and sowing some doubt about the
allowed us to.
Coming up on Mississippi Roads, we explore some geological features of our state created by rivers and waterways. We explore Mississippi's Red Bluff, float the estuaries of the Grand Bay National Estuarine Research Reserve, and discover something new, or maybe rather something old, about the Mississippi River. I'm Walt Grayson. Join me on the next Mississippi Roads.
Thursday at 7 on MPB.
The Mississippi Arts Commission and Mississippi Public Broadcasting present the 2022 Governor's Arts Awards. Join us as we celebrate the ways Mississippians share their experiences with the world. 6 artists and art ambassadors will be honored for their contributions to the world of creativity. The 2022 Governor's Arts Awards, Friday, February 18th at 8 p.m. on MPB Television.
Hanging on to a vehicle you can't drive feels like a dream where you try to run but can't. Rather than hit the snooze for another year, why not donate your car, truck, or other vehicle to MPB and wake up to great television and radio? Call 877-MPB-4CAR or go to mpbonline.org/support and click on Donate a Vehicle to support the programs you count on morning and evening. Now that's a good dream.
No cable? No dish? No antenna? No TV? No problem. You can now catch every minute of Mississippi Public Broadcasting Television live streamed to your computer, mobile device, or smart TV. Just go to mpbonline.org and click on Watch TV Live. You'll see all our great programs via the internet at exactly the same time they're airing on MPB TV. Go to mpbonline.org for MPB TV live streaming.
1.7%.
To form a more perfect union, an ideal Americans have struggled toward throughout our history and even today.
Ida B. Wells Barnett was born into slavery in Holly Springs. After emancipation, she attended Shaw University, now Rust College, and later moved to Memphis to become a school teacher. While in Memphis, she was arrested for not giving up her seat on a segregated first-class train car. Outraged by the discrimination and violence Black Southerners endured, she wrote news articles and editorials in The Free Speech, a newspaper she co-owned and edited. After 3 of her friends in Memphis were lynched for running a successful grocery store, she became a leader in a national anti-lynching campaign. She helped establish the NAACP and was active in the women's suffrage movement.
MPB News keeps you informed every day by providing 11 newscasts dedicated to our state's news. Tune in to MPB Think Radio or log on to mpbonline.org. MPB, Mississippi is our mission.
The last couple of years have been kind of tough, but Mississippi Roads is back on the road. Thursdays at 7. I'm Walt Grayson. Join me once again on Mississippi Roads.
Palate to Palate with Robert St. John and Wyatt Waters is made possible by a generous contribution from the Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation. Additional funding is provided by this and other public television stations and from viewers like you. Thank you.
To form a more perfect union, an ideal Americans have struggled toward throughout our history and even today.
Born a slave in Louisiana and later sold to a plantation owner in Natchez, John Roy Lynch gained his freedom after Union troops occupied the city during the Civil War. Lynch became a businessman and worked to establish political rights for his freedmen. He became active in the Republican Party. A great orator, he spoke eloquently in favor of a new Mississippi Constitution in 1868. Lynch was elected to the State House of Representatives in 1869 and became Speaker of the House in 1872 at the age of 24. He was then elected to the U.S. House, becoming the youngest member in Congress. In Washington, he advocated for the passage of the 1875 Civil Rights Act, protecting the political rights of Black Americans.
To form a more perfect union, an ideal Americans have struggled toward throughout our history and even today.
After the Civil War, Thomas W. Stringer moved to Vicksburg and, using his skills as an ordained AME minister, established several schools and churches in the area. In 1867, he founded the first African-American Masonic Lodge in Mississippi. Stringer became a political leader, helping organize Mississippi's 1868 Constitutional Convention. The new Constitution guaranteed political rights for all men, regardless of race, and established a system of public schools. In 1869, he was elected state senator, becoming one of our first Black legislators. Stringer's career showed the potential for true interracial democracy. Unfortunately, our 1890 Constitution would strip political rights from the state's Black majority.
If you want to hear the best independent and underground music from Mississippi and beyond, you got to tune in to Third Coast Radio. It doesn't matter if it's hip-hop, rock, R&B, Southern Soul, or blues. If it's an artist or band that you need to know about, we'll be playing them right here. So just join me, Kamikaze, and the Cool Kids for Third Coast Radio. It's brought to you by Jackson Indie Music Week and Mississippi Public Broadcasting every Saturday at 11 p.m. on MPB Think Radio, also on SoundCloud.
MPB News informs you about national and local headlines relevant to Mississippians. Listen to Mississippi Edition weekday mornings at 8:30 on MPB Think Radio or visit mpbonline.org. MPB, Mississippi is our mission. MPB Think Radio brings the experts to you. Listen to any of the 15 local call-in shows weekdays from 9 a.m. to noon to get answers to your health, legal, tech questions, and more. MPB, Mississippi is our mission. MPB TV showcases history, from documentaries to interview shows to classic local stories. You will be both informed and entertained. MPB, Mississippi is our mission.
On the next Fit to Eat, I'll prepare a vegan grilled vegetable platter with fresh herb tomato bolognese and almond cranberry cashew bites. Our guest is Matt Castile, owner of Wormworks Farm. Registered dietitian Rebecca Turner has some tips on how to make your own vegetable broth, and we'll take a trip to Wormworks to learn more about what we can do with our food waste. It's going to be a great show, so tune in.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. and Sundays at 10 a.m. only on MPB Television.
Friends. And until next time, boys and girls, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Support for MPB comes from the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience. Devoted to telling the story of Mississippi's creative genius, the Max is part museum, part art center, and part performance venue in an immersive 58,000 square foot facility in downtown Meridian. The Max presents Through Darkness to Light. Photographs along the Underground Railroad, a traveling exhibit on display through January 6th. More information at msarts.org. 2022 is coming to a close. Have you fulfilled your required minimum distribution, or RMD? If you are 72 years or older and still need to fulfill your RMD, you can support the MPB programming you love and gain tax benefits with an IRA gift. Interested? We've invested in a secure online tool to guide you through the process quickly and easily. To learn more, visit mpbonline.org/special gifts and create a gift from your IRA.
If you want to hear the best independent and underground music from Mississippi and beyond, you have to tune in to Third Coast Radio. It doesn't matter if it's hip-hop, rock, R&B, Southern Soul, or blues. If it's an artist you need to know about, we'll be playing them right here. Join me, Kamikaze, with the cool kids for Third Coast Radio, brought to you by Jackson Indie Music Week and Mississippi Public Broadcasting, Saturdays at 5 p.m. on MPB Think Radio, also available on SoundCloud.
The air of resistance and turbulence helped create hip-hop. Hip-hop became our voice that was for so long silenced.
Join MPB and the SIP FM on February 2nd at Jackson State University as we watch excerpts from the documentary, followed by a live panel discussion from the director, Yemi Bomiro. This event is free, but seating is limited, so registration is required. Visit mpbonline.org for more details.
No cable? No dish? No antenna? No TV? No problem. You can now catch every minute of Mississippi Public Broadcasting Television live streamed to your computer, mobile device, or smart TV. Just go to mpbonline.org and click on Watch TV Live. You'll see all our great programs via the internet at exactly the same time they're airing on MPB TV. Go to mpbonline.org for MPB TV live streaming.
Support for MPB comes from the Mississippi Arts and Entertainment Experience, devoted to telling the story of Mississippi's creative genius. The Max is part museum, part art center, and part performance venue in an immersive 58,000 square foot facility in downtown Meridian. From writers and musicians to artists and chefs, Mississippi has no shortage of creative talent, and it's on display at the Max. More information at msarts.org.
I had just gotten home, and my husband Johnny went into sudden cardiac arrest and then a coma. My whole world stopped.
Patients who experience out-of-hospital sudden death have better outcomes when their body is carefully cooled down after resuscitation. Thanks to the Mississippi Healthcare Alliance, all 20 Mississippi hospitals that perform heart stents during heart attacks now have these life-saving machines.
And that means cardiac arrest patients like me are now on the path to recovery.
And that means the world to me.
Don't change the channel. We'll get to your regular scheduled program in a couple of minutes. I'm Bill Ellison of the MPB Foundation and host of Grassroots on MPB Radio. Joining me tonight is Anna Neal, the Chief Operating Officer for MPB.
We have a great gift for one lucky person who calls in tonight and donates to MPB. We're giving away a large screen smart TV. And your odds are really good at winning because only the people who call or visit the website tonight will be put into the drawing. A pledge isn't necessary to enter for the television, but we hope you'll be as generous as you can.
We know you enjoy the programming on Thursday nights, Mississippi Outdoors, Father Brown, and brand new episodes of Mississippi Roads and A Place to Call Home will air tonight during our membership drive. But in order for us to do that, we need your support. If you donate and endorse this decision, the more nights we'll continue to air our regular schedule and the other shows you've come to love.
Please call 844-874-6874 or go to mpbonline.org and pledge your support. If you're not a member, now is the perfect time to join. For $5 or more a month, you'll receive access to Passport, which offers hundreds of hours of PBS and MPB programming. Perfect for viewing your favorite shows like Grantchester, Called the Midwife, and All Creatures Great and Small. With Passport, you can binge your favorite PBS shows and sometimes watch them before they air on television. When you become a member of MPB, you'll also receive our fine-tuning programming guide delivered to your home each month.
Do your part to support quality programming and your favorite shows on MPB. If you're already a member, how about donating a little extra or give a membership to MPB as a gift to family or friends? Call 1-844-874-6874 to support quality television. If you're not a member, please join and possibly win a TV. If you are a member, thank you so much for your support. Don't change the channel. We'll get to your regular scheduled program in a couple of minutes. I'm Bill Ellison of the MPB Foundation and host of Grassroots on MPB Radio. Joining me tonight is Anna Neal, the Chief Operating Officer for MPB.
We have a great gift for one lucky person who calls in tonight and donates to MPB. We're giving away a large screen smart TV. And your odds are really good at winning because only the people who call or visit the website tonight will be put into the drawing. A pledge isn't necessary to enter for the television, but we hope you'll be as generous as you can.
We know you enjoy the programming on Thursday nights, Mississippi Outdoors, Father Brown, and brand new episodes of Mississippi Roads and A Place to Call Home will air tonight during our membership drive. But in order for us to do that, we need your support. If you donate and endorse this decision, the more nights will continue to air our regular schedule and the other shows you've come to love.
Please call 844-874-6874 or go to mpbonline.org and pledge your support. If you're not a member, now is the perfect time to join. For $5 or more a month, you'll receive access to Passport, which offers hundreds of hours of PBS and MPB programming. Perfect for viewing your favorite shows like Grantchester, Called the Midwife, and All Creatures Great and Small. With Passport, you can binge your favorite PBS shows and sometimes watch them before they air on television. When you become a member of MPB, you'll also receive our fine-tuning programming guide delivered to your home each month.
Do your part to support quality programming and your favorite shows on MPB. If you're already a member, how about donating a little extra or give a membership to MPB as a gift to family or friends? Call 1-844-874.
The Mississippi Authority for Educational Television Board of Directors will meet on Tuesday, July 11th at 10 a.m. in the boardroom of the MPB building, 3825 Ridgewood Road, Jackson, Mississippi. The meeting is open to the public. For more information, call 601-432-6565.
MPB's Education Services Department supports educators, parents, and students. Learn about our programs and services. Log on to mpbonline.org/education. MPB, Mississippi is our mission.
Parents and teachers, everything you need to know about MPB Classroom TV can be found online at education.mpbonline.org. The site includes videos of lessons being taught, a program schedule, a how-to-watch guide, and more. Check it out to discover content that can benefit the students in your life. Visit education.mpbonline.org today.
Hello, everyone! I'm your friend MPB. Have you joined the Kids Club yet? Ask your parent to sign up. You must be ages 4 to 12 to join. Kids Club members get all kinds of cool stuff, like membership cards and stickers, a monthly newsletter, a birthday card, shout-outs for your birthday on television and the webpage, and even invites to super special club members-only events. To join, visit education.mpbonline.org.
MPB.
It's been said that everything old is new again. Come explore some old things with MPB's new program, Mississippi Antiques Showcase.
This is a hand-carved ceremonial sword.
Sharing the fun as friends and neighbors from around Mississippi bring out their treasures to display and to be appraised.
Marie Antoinette.
Right.
What can you tell me about it?
Mississippi Antique Showcase, Thursday at 7 on MPB.
Differently. The older I get, the more I see the
History word.
This year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, granting American women the right to vote.
The past 100 years have seen many firsts for the women of Mississippi, from the very first woman elected to our state legislature to the first woman elected in each of our municipalities, counties, court districts, and more. Evelyn Gandy was the first Mississippi woman elected to statewide office, serving as state treasurer, insurance commissioner, and lieutenant governor. Amy Tuck was the next woman elected statewide, serving 2 terms as lieutenant governor in the early 2000s. Lynn Fitch was elected to 2 terms as state treasurer and now serves as Mississippi's attorney general. And it was my honor to serve as Mississippi Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce and now as Mississippi's first female United States Senator. Who knows what political first Mississippi women will accomplish in the years ahead.
This message was made possible by the League of Women Voters of Mississippi and the Mississippi Humanities Council.
At Mississippi Public Broadcasting, we tell local stories that matter. Educational and entertaining television, radio, news, and podcasts. We have something for everyone. So tune in and enjoy all we have to offer. Every day, MPB. Your stories, our mission.
PBS Kids. And watch anytime you want on the PBS Kids video app.
Hello, everyone. I'm your friend MPB. Have you joined the Kids Club yet? Ask your parent to sign up. You must be ages 4 to 12 to join. Kids Club members get all kinds of cool stuff, like membership cards and stickers, a monthly newsletter, a birthday card, shout-outs for your birthday on television and the webpage, and even invites to super special club members-only events. To join, visit education.mpbonline.org.
You and Clive are as cute as two kitties in a basket. Tell everyone to keep their beats out of my business.
What's got into you?
I just don't want everything to be about me knockers.
Point is, you can fight back by going out there and being funny. I see, that's funny.
She's got it. She's got it. And I want to catch it.
Sunday at 9 on MPB. No cable? No dish? No antenna? No TV? No problem. You can now catch every minute of Mississippi Public Broadcasting Television live streamed to your computer, mobile device, or smart TV. Just go to mpbonline.org and click on Watch TV Live. You'll see all our great programs via the internet at exactly the same time they're airing on MPB TV. Go to mpbonline.org for MPB TV live streaming. Monday at 9 on MPB.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bobby Rush. As a blues man, I love Mississippi Public Broadcasting. If you support Mississippi music and their local programming, donate now, right now, and become a member today, not tomorrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't matter how big or small, but we prefer big. Thank you very much.
To form a more perfect union, an ideal Americans have struggled toward throughout our history and even today.
After fighting valiantly overseas during World War II, Medgar Evers returned to Mississippi, the same segregated state he left before the war. After graduating from college, he married Merle Beasley and moved to Mount Bayou. He became the state's first field secretary for the NAACP. Mr. Evers helped investigate the brutal murder of Emmett Till. He advocated for school integration, voting rights, strategic boycotts, among many other social justice efforts that challenged Mississippi and America to live up to the ideas of freedom, equality, and democracy. In June 1963, Medgar Evers was assassinated outside of his home. In 2020, the Evers home was designated by the National Park Service as a national monument.
To form a more perfect union, an ideal Americans have struggled toward throughout our history and even today.
Born into a sharecropping family in Cahoma County, Unita Blackwell married and moved with her husband to Myersville in Issaquena County, a county without a single registered black voter. After giving student nonviolent coordinating committee activists refuge from an angry mob, she joined the organization. She regularly faced threats of violence for her work with voter registration drives. After becoming the full-time field secretary for SNCC in 1964, she was active in the Freedom Summer Project and the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party. In 1965, she filed a lawsuit challenging the segregated schools in Rolling Fork. After the Voting Rights Act of 1965, Blackwell became involved in electoral politics and was elected mayor of Myersville in 1976.
Mississippi Antique Showcase is coming to Natchez, Mississippi, Friday, May 3rd and Saturday, May 4th. We'll have professional appraisers on site evaluating antiques, furniture, and treasured keepsakes. For a one-time gift of $100, you'll receive one ticket, complimentary food, cocktails, and a single item appraisal. Call 1-844-874-6874 or go to mpbonline.org to reserve your spot now.
On Master.
Good morning, boys and girls. My name.
My territory here. This is my home.
Wherever you stream, it's your ticket to the best of PBS.
If you want to hear the best independent and underground music from Mississippi and beyond, you have to tune in to Third Coast Radio. It doesn't matter if it's hip-hop, rock, R&B, Southern Soul, or blues. If it's an artist you need to know about, we'll be playing them right here. Join me, Kamikaze, with the cool kids for Third Coast Radio, brought to you by Jackson Indie Music Week and Mississippi Public Broadcasting, Saturdays at 5 p.m. on MPB Think Radio, also available on SoundCloud.
At Mississippi Public Broadcasting, we tell local stories that matter. Educational and entertaining television, radio, news, and podcasts. We have something for everyone. So tune in and enjoy all we have to offer. Every day, MPB. Your stories, our mission.
MPB's Mississippi Antique Showcase is back in Jackson for a very special holiday edition, Thursday, October 10th from 3 to 8 p.m.
We'll have professional appraisers on site evaluating holiday items, ornaments, and treasured keepsakes. Our MPB TV crew will be on site taping for episodes that'll air in December. Call 1-844-874-6874 to reserve your spot now. For a one-time gift of $100, you'll receive one ticket to the Mississippi Antique Showcase event in Jackson. Each ticket includes complimentary food, cocktails, and a single item appraisal.
If you don't have an item and would like to come and observe the festivities, you can do that with an observation ticket for $60. Each ticket comes with a one-year membership to MPB that includes PBS Passport and our program guide, fine-tuning, and much more. Call 1-844-874-6874 or scan the QR code, or you can go to our website at mpbonline.org and get your ticket now.